that's okay with me, because that's not going to win.
I'll tell you what, this is one of the most awesome episodes ever. It's Throwback Thursday, guys. We're dropping some old episodes on you that have never before been on YouTube. And this is one that Dad and I did on Lake Champlain. Now, Lake Champlain is a special lake for me, and not only for myself, but for Dad. He won a Bassmasters tournament there, and I've been fortunate enough to win 3 FLW Tour events. So this show right here is awesome. Shot many, many years ago. Don't laugh. Dad puts it to me for sure. It's a 2-part episode. Stay tuned. Check this show out. It's pretty cool.
Scott Martin's on a roll. He's motoring through challengers with reckless abandon. He must be stopped.
You hear that train coming?
But who can tame Scott? Which angler can take him to the woodshed for a good old-fashioned whooping?
Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Hey, I tell you what, Dad, this is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I've actually dreamed of the day that I'd maybe have my own fishing show and have you be my guest. And today's the day.
Not only that, we're on a level playing field. We're on Lake Champlain. My last big tournament win a few years back was here. You had a big giant tournament win here. We're on our favorite lake.
We know a thing or two about Lake Champlain. There's smallmouth here, there's big largemouth here, but you know what we're going to catch today? We're not going to fool with the largemouth. We catch enough of them in Florida.
Let's catch one.
Let me show you how I catch the smallmouth.
Well, you know, Scott's developed a system. He's a GPS freak, and he's got this bed deal all worked out, and I've done this with him.
I know where they live.
Well, but then we're going to do some topwater too. So it's going to be a real challenge because, you know, I'm no slouch when it comes to topwater, and I'm no slouch when it comes to tube fishing for the smallmouth.
He's no slouch. Everything I know is because of you, but I have learned a few other little tricks you hadn't shown me. I might show you a few of them today. So it's going to be a good challenge. I've got to beat him somehow.
Well, I got one rod. And you got 20, so
yeah.
I guess that kind of
That's
evens
all
it
I'm
up.
gonna let you
It
fish
evens
with.
it up.
I mean, you've got 19 tournament wins. I've only have 2.
Okay.
So I have like 19 rods. You can have. I'll give you another one. You'll have 2.
I'll get 2 then. Okay.
Two
That'll be
rods.
good. That's the way to do it. Let's do it. Challenge time. Slide.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's go. Oh, pump it, pump it.
This whole shore right here is good. A lot of beds right in here, and a lot of beds right up here.
I hate catching them the first cast, but what the heck? Here goes.
You've caught a lot on the first cast before. I've been with you when you've caught them on first cast a lot.
You know, occasionally, just to keep things even, I might throw ahead of you.
Oh, I got one behind it. I've got one behind it. I got him.
You got him?
Oh, I got a good one.
How big?
It's bigger than the one you have because you don't have one.
I haven't got my lure in yet. I might have one by the time I get my lure in.
It's just a little one. You gotta watch out for this guy. He'll knock it off or something. Look at
The
that.
largemouth.
It's a largemouth.
We're not after largemouth.
Well,
They don't
I
count.
am.
Well, you said, no, you made the statement we're after.
I just said I was gonna show you my smallmouth. But I know a thing or two about
thought
largemouth.
we were doing a smallmouth deal.
Well, you'll be catching some smallmouth. Don't worry, or I will at least. That's called 1-0, Dad.
That's fine. If you want to put those size fish in the box and you think you're going to win with that, that's okay with me. Because that's not going to win.
Oh, that's a good one.
What is it?
Oh, it's a good one.
Huh? That might even be a keeper.
Oh, it's another largemouth.
Yeah, it's a better one.
I'm working on largemouth pattern here.
I'll admit that's a decent fish. That's a decent one, Scott. That's not bad. But he's still only 2.5 pounds. So we're gonna have to get after this deal.
I lost sleep last night worrying about that my dad would just like obliterate me right off the bat, and I've caught 2 and he hadn't even had a bite. He had a bluegill.
Son, what you
ooh.
got? Okay, come on.
Don't Iconelli him now. Get him in the boat.
Little bitty one.
Don't scream and yell.
Nice. Look, he's been hooked before. That's a catch and release fish.
Be careful. They're wild up here now.
I tell you what, Scott, I'm so confident that I'm going to win that's a keeper fish. But I'm not going to throw it back. I don't need that fish.
Man, you've got a 55-gallon drum of confidence for sure. 19 tournament victories, 9 Angler of the Years. You can't be weighing in little 1.5-pounders.
Oh, Lord, it's hard to be humble. Oh, what you got? Another fish right there.
Another one. Largemouth again. No, it's a smallmouth. Little smallmouth. Boy, this place is incredible. We've been here 5 minutes and we've had like 4 or 5 strikes just in a few minutes. Lake Champlain is awesome. "208 feet for blast off." There he is. 100 feet away.
I hate to do it. He's making such a big deal out of these little fish. I got to keep one right now just to keep him happy. Otherwise, he's going to just...
Oh, that's a good one.
Ah, son, what you got?
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Go to spot number 2.
Another little one.
That's not a real
Out
little
there.
one.
Huh?
That's not a real little
Out
one.
there. Oh, he got off.
Ah,
Son of a gun.
maybe that's the depth they're in, though.
Maybe so.
We're getting close to where they're going to be. Matter of fact, I'll tell you how close we are. I zoom in my screen. We're 294 feet from the very start of the beds. And then there's a line of beds that go for about 300 yards. And I'm hoping we can get there over that area and catch some nice fish. 254 feet. That's why I love a GPS on the front of my boat, Dad. I can go real specific right to the particular bed or...
I notice you run the track up so that the track is...
That's right.
Is,
That way
is
everything's
headed
in front
right
of me.
towards the
Right.
spot you want to fish.
Right. It's like playing a video game. I'm driving my little boat symbol right to my icon,
Right.
just like playing like a little Nintendo fishing game. 208 feet. 208 feet for blast off. There he is. 100 feet away.
That's it. Oh, that's a good one, too. Son.
That is GPS technology right
That
there.
is right on the money.
Is that cool?
That was really good. That was really good, Scott. I tell you, you're the best I've seen on GPS orientation like this. This is really good. That is really a good deal.
That's a
Yep,
nice
that's
fish.
a nice smallmouth.
Nice tournament fish right there. Now that is paying attention to your GPS and knowing where you're at. Not just, you know, and you're out here in open water, Dad, it's hard to get orientation of where the fish are. But with the Garmin GPS and the accuracy it has, I'm able to hone in on these fish every single time. By the way, that's four to none. 4.
I know.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not counting. Because you said, I'll tell you why I'm not counting. You said we were going to catch 30 or 40 fish today. We haven't caught squat.
We'll catch them. Giving me all kind of grief. I'm beating you bad, and you're talking all kind of trash.
Yeah, but
about
you said we were going
my
to catch a
ability
bunch.
to catch. We are going to catch a bunch.
We're not catching a bunch.
I'm catching a bunch. There he is.
Right on the spot.
Is that cool?
Right on the spot.
Is that cool or what? Good
Right on the
fish.
spot.
Good fish.
Right on the spot, son. I don't know if I ought to keep him or not.
I think I'd keep him.
Huh?
He's a smallmouth. You got to keep him.
That's awful small. I need a bigger net. I hate to do it. He's making such a big deal out of these little fish. I got to keep one right now just to keep him happy. Otherwise, he's going to just... I don't know what he's going to do.
That one's been caught. We'll go to the next waypoint. That's waypoint fishing.
Yeah. Well, you're the best I've seen with this. You know, to be able to keep your orientation and look at your GPS system and know exactly how far and just what direction to throw, that's an art. That is the best. He's the best at it that I've ever seen. No question about it.
I hope nobody really figures it out because I'm making a lot of money with it right now. Oh, that's a 3-pounder.
Let's see.
Oh, he's behind the boulder now.
I see him.
He's going behind the boulder.
That's one nice fish. I'll put that. That's a
Go
keeper.
this way with it. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let it sink. All the way to the bottom. I see him. He's turning around. Get your line tight. Get your line tight. Just kind of shake it easy. Yeah, like that. That kind of shake.
It's gonna get it.
Got it.
That's a good one. That's a good one, son.
Look at that
big one.
fish.
Look at that big one. Thank you, son. Woo! I taught you well. And that's a good one, Scott. That was.
This
that
is
was
supposed to be a
that
challenge,
Was,
and
that
I'm-
was a challenge.
I'm coaching him.
It's an ABC or it's a primer on catching spawning fish. That was so cool. Thank you, sir. Hey, I like your challenge. That is the neatest challenge I've ever seen in my life. He shows me where the fish are. On the GPS, he points it out, he gives me the rod and says, catch it, and he says, that's the challenge. Now, what challenge is that? How do you figure the challenge?
Challenge is I get the next one.
You want to let that one go? Does that even count?
No, that's a good fish. It definitely counts.
Son.
I'll put him on your side.
Okay.
Because, hey, our best 5 fish wins. I mean, this is major challenge here today. You know, the first time I came here, I thought I'd be beating the banks, you know, really up on the shoreline, you know, casting at visible cover, and that's totally the opposite here. You catch 90% of your fish out in open water like this.
True.
And especially smallmouth, you know, they don't relate to the banks as well. You can go up on the banks around the grass and catch largemouth, but the smallmouth, you've got to concentrate your efforts out, you know, a little bit deeper, like we're sitting in 12 foot of water now. That's why you have to have a really good GPS this time of year, because you have to mark stuff that you can't see.
Right. Well, you're the best at it, son. I'm telling you, it's great. I'm decent with it. I'm decent with GPS, but I don't position myself right over that stump like you do. Scott will just find the stump or the bed or the rock, and he'll get right over it just perfect and back up and he'll punch it in. And then when he comes back, he gets lined up on it precisely, and he's within a foot or two of that cast.
That's right.
Of throwing it into the exact
Don't
spot.
give away all my secrets.
Well, Scott, your whole business is about catching big fish right now. I mean, you know, you're just really tuned into trophy lunker bass.
That's what I want to catch, is big ones.
But you know, it hadn't always been that way, folks, because I can remember when he was 2.5 years old, he could just barely talk and just barely walk. And we went shiner fishing, his mom and I, and we were catching great big fish on shiners. And so this great big bass blew up on this shiner rod, and I handed him the rod. It was a big saltwater rod. And I said, reel it up, Scott. And I'm taking pictures, and he reels it up to the rod tip, and it's a 9-something pounder. And he's going, oh, and he reels it up, and finally he just walks it back like this, and I said, get it in, Scott, and he just kind of drags it in the boat, and it's right on the rod tip, and he pounces on it, and it jumps, and it fins him, and he starts crying. And he says, Daddy, 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 it hurt me. He says, you catch the big ones, let me catch the little ones.
Well, that's all changed now. I want to catch big ones, and you can catch the little ones.
Okay.
See, with this jerk shad, what I'm trying to do is I'm popping it on slack line. See, my line's slack right now.
Yeah.
Real important. You want to pop it on slack. If you pop it on a tight line, it pulls the bait forward too much. And you want that bait to literally kick right, kick left, really hard and sharp. And so if I pop it on a slack line, it really gets that action of that bait real well. And I've got this rigged up on 12-pound Berkeley Vanish, which is a fluorocarbon.
Sure.
And it sinks, allows this bait, this jerk shad as I'm twitching it along, is really down there deep. Oh, yeah, she's there. She's there, and it's my turn.
How big is it?
That's a 2.5 pounder.
Your turn?
My turn.
Okay, let me coach you a little bit. You're gonna do this. Let's do it right. Yeah, he's a good one.
I see the
you're
fish.
Are you up for it?
Let's see how many casts I
You're
can
up for the challenge. The challenge is to catch that fish. We're actually challenging the fish here. We're looking right in the bed. Okay, there it is right there, Scott. You got him. Way to go, Scott. Way to go. Yes, sir. Well, he did it. Scott
One
did it.
cast.
One cast. Yeah, that's pretty good. Look, he's spit up some bait. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Wow. Look at that thing. Isn't that cool? That was really cool. I have to hand it to you. That was wonderful.
You have to have good electronics,
That was really wonderful.
good sunglasses.
Now, you used my rod. Does that count for anything?
I'll give you half. Give you half credit for it.
You picked my rod up. What's the deal with that?
Half credit. Nice fish.
That's a good one.
All right.
I tell you what, Scott.
This bed
You
fish
did
is fun,
it.
isn't it?
It's fun. Nail. Son, my turn.
I'd keep him.
No.
I'd keep him.
I'm
You never
throwing these
know.
little ones back.
I don't know.
That would have been my limit, I guess. But
I mean, we could have weather. Weather could get us or something.
I'm throwing them back.
Oh man. Oh, good fish.
I threw to the sailboat.
Sailboat pattern.
Sailboat pattern.
Oh man. That's a keeper.
Sailboat pattern.
Look how beautiful that fish is in the water there.
Look at that.
Looks like a tiger. All
Well,
right.
that's not a real big one,
Good fish.
but it's a sailboat fish.
You know, a
And
lot of
that
times.
would have been my limit, but you know, I've been throwing those little ones back. In fact, I ought to throw that one back.
You're not satisfied, are you? Well, look at all the bait out there, Dad. That's
There's
where
a
all
lot
the
of
fish
bait.
got to
Yeah.
have to be. They have. Oh, look at that fish.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
I saw his
that.
fin
I saw
sticking
that.
out
I
of the
saw
water.
that. I saw that.
Oh,
I
get our
saw
top waters back on. Get our top waters back on. Oh, oh, good fish. Man, look at that thing.
That's a nice. Is that a largemouth?
I think it's a largemouth. I think you got a
think
good
it's a
largemouth
largemouth.
out here in smallmouth country.
I think it's a largemouth. I don't know whether to keep that thing or not. Keep the
Keep him.
largemouth.
I'd keep him.
Huh?
Getting a little cocky there.
Ooh.
Maybe you'll keep him. Maybe not. Stop, drop, and roll.
You're gonna drop him in the lake.
All right. Catching largemouth where you're supposed to catch
I wasn't even
smallmouth.
supposed to keep.
You know what that means? That means you're
Largemouth.
good. When you can catch largemouth where you're not supposed to catch them.
I don't know. We saw that one come up and chase the shad. That was a pretty cool deal.
That was awesome.
That was a cool deal. Did anybody film that? Hey, cool. We got that on film. You know, really, everybody asks how long it takes to do a film. In reality, this is a pretty quick film today. You know, we're really catching a lot of fish for real, but some days it doesn't go this way. Some days it takes all day and then some.
Not on the Scott Martin Challenge. We fish for a certain amount of time, rain or shine. There's one. Yep. Oh, it's a good one.
Oh, it's a good one?
Oh, yeah.
That is a good one. Oh, son. You got a big one there, Scott. That's a nice smallmouth.
Just get out of here in these boulders. We're out here. The sand bottom is all over there. We got out a little bit farther.
That's a good one.
That makes number 6. With that jerk shad. It's a great bait when you're looking for beds like this to throw that bait like that because you can cover a lot of water and just jerking it along pretty fast. And these fish are real aggressive and they'll come up and get it. Good smallmouth. Oh, good fish.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Son. Way to go, son. Okay. This is it. This is number 5. It's going to tie us up, little boys.
Oh, good fish.
That's going to tie us up. Hey, what do you think?
I think I want to be in the lead still, but I think we're tied now. We're
I
like
know.
dead even.
I know.
Dead
Fifth
even.
fish. We both have a limit. Hey, way to go.
All right. I'm going to put him in the side.
Okay.
I'm going to put him on
Put
your
him on my
side.
side.
You sure you don't want to throw him back?
No.
You sure?
We better keep
I
that
can throw
one.
him back.
We're going to keep that one.
No, really, let's let him go. Really. Oh, you're not so brave now, huh?
I was throwing those little ones back all day.
As you folks can see, the fishing here on Lake Champlain is incredible.
Hey, I don't know who's caught the biggest one. We're pretty close right now.
We are. It's about a tie. You've got one real good one, and I've got one real good one. We can't fit all this
We
in
both
one
have
show.
a limit. We both have a limit.
do.
But it's not time to leave. We
We
can't.
can't
yet.
leave. We're not leaving until a long time from now.
Hey, but I'm not over with. My challenge is just starting.
I know you're just getting warmed up. You threw back a couple small ones. We can't fit it in on one show.
Okay.
So hopefully you've learned a little bit about how to catch smallmouth here on Lake Champlain, or even how to catch fish in general.
Or how to use your electronics like Scott does so well.
Exactly. So tune in next week when we're at the same lake with the same challenger against my dad, and let's see who wins. Thanks for watching, Scott Martin.
I hope you enjoyed that. Again, that was one of the most cool episodes ever to have a chance to fish with my dad on Lake Champlain. and do a little challenge with him. But this is a two-parter, so we've got the second part coming to you, guess what, tomorrow. We're not going to wait till next Thursday. We're going to post this thing tomorrow. So if you're watching it, get on the channel, and you'll see the next one the next day, part 2. It's awesome. I'll tell you what's cool about this show. This show gave me a lot of confidence on Lake Champlain. Being able to fish with my dad, being able to challenge him, catching those big smallmouth, it just made that lake kind of special for me. And I think that's really helped me over the years, do as well. Just because it's a special lake. I've had some really good memories there. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. And guess what? We're getting ready for tournament season, so we're going to take a little break from the Throwback Thursdays for a little bit. But we'll be coming back with you soon. We'll see you guys.
Bam!